Seriously, how is that even going to work? Well, hello and welcome to another episode of glennzb TV, the show that puts glennzb into your TV. This morning we will start by curing some addiction because it turns out that UK teens are watching less TV than ever before. British teenagers are for the first time spending as much time on the internet as they do watching television. Children aged 12 to 15 now spend only 17 hours a week on each activity. And of course I take full credit for this because in actual fact they're doing both when they go online because they're watching this show. I think you'll find that these statistics coincide pretty much exactly with glennzb TV starting up. So I'm surprised we've got such a lack of staff really, given that when I do this and then that has to happen and then it's all a bit clumsy because we've got one person trying to do the job of about 3 people. I don't know when these staff cuts started happening here at glennzb TV, but it's getting out of hand. Anyway, inter-office emails. Hi, we've had a water leak this morning in level 2. The boardroom, foyer and areas in creative are quite wet. If you are having a meeting in the boardroom today, you'll need to hold it elsewhere. I've called the plumbers and electricians and they are on their way. So, are we dealing with a building-wide systemic failure here? Because I think we are. Here's another work in progress minutes kind of email. A hydro tap is being installed in the main kitchen this week sometime. Hopefully. We will be without hot water until then. So this is an ongoing lack of hot water situation, which I can't believe we're still allowed to work in a building that doesn't have hot water. Apparently we are. Is there a connection between the hydro tap? What other kind of tap is there? They're all pretty much hydro taps, aren't they? Anyway, is there a connection between that and the flooding? And is there a connection between that and yesterday when I walked into the men's room, part of the wall wasn't there? And there are certain places where you don't want part of the wall to not be there. And the men's toilets is definitely one of those places. Here's what it looked like. Who knew that behind the wall of the men's room is a tangled mess of wires and a can of Coke Zero. Empty, maybe, I don't know, I wasn't touching it. Random screwdriver there as well. So I think that this is obviously all connected. And further inter-office emails, there's a massage company that's been booked to come in on Friday. These massages will be held in the Marconi room. That's the Marconi room, not the aforementioned boardroom, which is underwater and obviously no place for a massage. These are weird times in the TRN building, I'm telling you. Right, Sai has met Ban Ki-moon and has taught him how to do that whole Gangnam style dance. And so Ban Ki-moon is not quite as inscrutable as he usually does there. And this has answered a question which has been burning on my mind for quite some time. They're both these guys from South Korea. Because I've never seen them in the same room at the same time before, and I figured that guy was actually just that guy with a pair of glasses on. Turns out, 2 different guys. Who knew? Oh, look out! Monsters. Apparently, if you drink too many energy drinks, you may die. Some girl drank 2 cans of Monster Energy over a 24-hour period, which is the equivalent of about 14 Cokes, and died. So the FDA in America are looking into this. I can't help thinking that she should have been on her guard, given that the drink, I've got a picture of the drinks here, I don't know how, so we'll just blow that up. They're called Monster! So, you know, when I see a monster, I think, this could be a bit dangerous. You need to take care when dealing with monsters. 14 Cokes. It's almost as much caffeine as I drink of an average morning, starting at 4 o'clock in the morning. Imagine if you converted that into coffees. Imagine the coffee breath. Talk about monster. All right, and we finish this morning. Obama, he makes a good point. You may recall from previous episode of glennzb TV, we looked at his campaign slogan, Forward Full Stop, and I suggested that they've got the grammar a bit wrong, and it should have been forward ... But what they've done here is, this morning, this caught my eye, this is a shot off the TV. If you look very closely, look what's happened there. This is just today, suddenly, whoa! We've got really excited about forward exclamation point. Okay, so That's Obama just a week ago on the campaign trail. Ford, full stop. And this is him today. Ford! I know. How do they think of this stuff? That's been glennzb TV for Thursday. Thank you so much for having me in your telly.